Hi, I'm Laura Silver. Welcome to Wisdom River Lodge. In the traditional ways of the native people, a lodge was the home, the place where people would learn. Because most of the natives lived nomadic lifestyles, they realized that the home was not just the structure in which they lived. It was actually their relationship to their earth and to each other. We're all family, and we all hold each other within a lodge in our hearts. And I want to welcome you to come and learn and visit and be part of the family. This is a family affair. My whole family has supported me in doing this, and I'd also like to thank Richard SoaringOwl for the theme music to Wisdom River Lodge, which is called From the Heart. I'd also like to thank KMS Signs for our nice banner in the back. So what this is a live call-in show, and you can call and ask questions. I'm a psychic, I'm a trance medium, and a lot of people have questions about psychic things. I'll do psychic readings for you. I will answer questions. I was sitting with a gentleman the other day whose son has an imaginary play friend who is a psychic phenomena. If you want to talk about healing things, or you want to gain some native wisdom, give me a call and we'll talk. So guys, if you want to put the phone number up, that would be cool. Okay. So who am I? I'm just like suddenly appearing on your TV set out of nowhere. Well, since I was maybe 3 or 4, I knew that I had psychic ability. When I was 5 or 6, I developed an illness and had a near-death experience that really kind of cemented that. But as things would have it, I wasn't able to do anything with my ability until I was about 20-some years old. And in 1988, I guess it was, I really started studying metaphysical things and dealing with what I call non-ordinary reality. Most people call it psychic phenomena, but it's really a reality that we all can access, we just don't have the awareness of it. And I teach people how to develop their own awareness of that. And it's kind of fun. We do a lot of exercises, and at the end of the show, I'm going to give you an exercise that you can go do to tap into your own psychic ability. So the question is, how many people are psychic? Put your hands up. Yep, okay. Well, almost everybody in the studio is, because they know the answer to this. Everybody is psychic. Everybody's had some type of psychic experience. So why don't you call and tell me about yours? And I'll tell you about a few of mine. Now, psychic ability comes to people in a variety of ways. You can get it by seeing things. You know, sometimes you'll see something out of the corner of your eye, and you think you see it, you turn to look at it, and it disappears. Chances are you're seeing something psychic. Other people hear things. They'll maybe hear their name, somebody calling their name, or they'll hear a piece of music or something. I get a lot of psychic information through music, and when people sit in my circles, they kind of get a kick out of it because I just start singing. Other people get psychic information from a deep sense of knowing. They don't know how they know, but they know. And almost everybody has had some type of experience like this. I was down in Atlantic City visiting some of the casinos with friends, and we got on the plane to come back, and I stopped right in the doorway and said, "This plane isn't going to where we were going." Now my friends, knowing that I was psychic, shoved me in the plane and say, "Stop it, you're scaring everybody." Well, as it turned out, the plane couldn't gain any altitude, so we did turn around and we came back. And I did get on the plane because I knew we were going to be safe. I just knew we weren't going to get where we were going. 16 hours late. So there are, that was one of the deep knowing things where you just get the idea that it's going to happen and be that way. So there are ways to develop these experiences that people have, and this is one of the things that I teach. And you know, just before the show started, I actually did get a psychic impression for someone that I hope is watching. Adam, if you're watching, I want you to remember that you can face the raging fire knowing you won't get burned. And that came from Dovetree. She wanted me to remind you. So hang in there, buddy. You're going to be all right. So, psychic phenomena. What other things happen? Well, you can, maybe your house has strange noises, things kind of move around in it, and probably you have some type of psychic phenomena. This area seems to be very rich with psychic phenomena, the North Adams area. You've got some great haunted places. And that extends all the way up through the Mohawk Trail into the hill towns, where there's a huge vortex and a huge energy center that really promotes psychic energy. So for some reason, this whole area is rich with psychic phenomena. And there's a particular inn up on the trail that is well known for its hauntings. And I used to do a stand-up psychic show there, and one of their spirits would throw bags of potato chips at the staff members, and we were actually able to determine who that spirit was and find out a little bit about her life. She's since calmed down a little bit, but she does haunt that area still. So this whole area seems to have a lot of phenomena going on, and if anybody has any understanding of any of that and what's in this area, I know that there's a vortex up in the hill towns, but if anybody has any understanding of what's going on in this area, I'd sure like to know. Sometimes the geological makeup of an area can help if there's a lot of quartz in the area, and I'm certainly not an archaeologist or any of those people that would know what's in the area, but if you know, I'd appreciate knowing. So how do we teach people to develop their psychic awareness? And everybody has it. We teach, the first thing that I do is I find out how you learn. Because how you learn is usually how you're going to get your first psychic impressions. The easiest way to get a psychic impression is through the sense of smell. Most people imprint with smell before any other sense. Babies will imprint with the scent of their parents before they imprint with anything else. So most people can smell things, and you might be walking through your house and have this idea that you can smell your grandmother's cookies baking, even though grandma hasn't been around for a long time. That's a psychic impression. So how you learn can help you figure out how you're going to get your psychic information. Once I figure that out with you, then we sit and we work to develop that for you. And there are bunches of exercises that can be done to help with that. One of the biggest things that you can do to develop your psychic ability is to develop your self-esteem. And it seems that the better you think of yourself, the more open you are to receiving psychic impressions, which is really kind of interesting. So I also, when I'm teaching, I work a lot with helping you develop your self-esteem. Now, that having been said, what can we do to help you develop your self-esteem right now? So if I could get, what I'm going to do Yeah, could you just like take a real close-up shot, 30 seconds of the banner for me? And what I want, all right, you're going to do that? What I want you folks at home to do is I want you to take a good look at this and try to see everything that's on it. And I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do that. You got it? Can you get in tight to it? Okay. So what did you see? Were you able to see everything that's on it? There's an eagle and a buffalo, and there's a sun, and there's a funky symbol in the sun. That's actually a Reiki symbol. I teach Reiki as well, and I do Reiki. Reiki's a hands-on healing technique, which lends itself very much to psychic ability because you can actually read the person that you are working with and help them in that way by knowing what they might need to work on, because illness is not only physical, but it has an emotional element to it as well. So when we're working on people, we can read them and help them figure out what emotions they need to work through to relieve their illness as well. So the key thing here is the best way to develop your psychic ability is to develop your awareness of things. So I teach my students to practice by taking a quick look at something, no more than 30 seconds, and then documenting every detail about it that you can. Because when you get a psychic impression, they come in sometimes so quickly that you really have to pay attention and notice what's going on. So if you practice by developing your awareness, you're going to be able to develop your ability. So there's three things that you need to work on: your self-esteem, your awareness, and what was the third thing? You weren't paying attention. Okay. I wasn't either. Nah, it's hard to talk and be up here at the same time. So, nobody wants a free psychic reading. Imagine that. I can't believe that. Access to a psychic for nothing, giving away secrets for nothing, and nobody's calling. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Psychic phenomena. Where do you want me to go from here? Where should we go? Anyway. Okay. Talk more about Reiki. Reiki is means universal life energy. Someone did call. Okay. Hi. Welcome to Wisdom River Lodge.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I just want to let you know that somebody is watching here, and that I'm enjoying your program, and I want to wish you a lot of good luck with it. I'm not sure if I have any questions for you, but you have an interesting program, and the topic is a great one.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very glad that you called.
Good. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care. That's sweet. That's sweet. So we're talking a little bit about Reiki. One of the problems for me is I teach a lot of things, and I really want to tell people about all of those things, because not only do I teach these things, but I live these things. And I have been teaching Reiki and teaching psychic development for about 10 years. I've been living it for about 20. And in that, I have learned a way of being in the world that is really helping me. And in the last month, interestingly enough, my life has kind of mushroomed in ways that even I could not have predicted. And it's really kind of wonderful. So all of this work that I have been doing has paid off. And I'm at the point now where it's time for me to turn around and start helping people heal themselves and move forward in their lives and reconnect, and for everybody to come home. There's so much chaos and hurt in this world that we need to come home. We need to find peace. We need to find love, and we need to have some nurturing. And the things that I teach do that. Reiki is so phenomenal because it works within the ray of unconditional love. See, one of the things that science has now shown is that we're all energy. And energy, as such, can be worked with. And nowadays, if you watch on TV, you'll see all of these people running around, and they'll measure energy. They'll go out and actually seek spirits in haunted areas, and they'll take all of this electrical equipment with them to measure the energy that's in the area. And sometimes they get these huge energy spikes. Well, you know, you don't need that equipment. You got you. We've been able to read that type of energy since the beginning of time. And if we redevelop it, then we're able to do that. So Reiki is actually working with some of that energy, and it's working with the rays of unconditional love. And how many people in this world actually can say that they've been touched by unconditional love? One of the most amazing experiences I have is when I first start working with someone who's come to me for Reiki, and I touch them with Reiki, and they experience unconditional love for the first time. The release that they have is amazing, and the healing that takes place is phenomenal. It's a wonderful experience. If you've never had Reiki, I would strongly encourage you to find someone who does Reiki and have them do it for you. So I teach the psychic development, I teach the Reiki, all as ways of helping you to get back to yourself, to reclaim yourself, and to be able to come home. So, and the way I came up with Wisdom River Lodge, which I can't seem to be able to say tonight, is I heard a song from Wheeler and Carroll on their Mystic Soul album, I believe, and part of the words go, "May your tears stream into rivers full of wisdom you have earned." And, you know, I cried an awful lot back in the day, and when I heard that, I was impressed that maybe all of that grieving that I was doing for the various reasons I needed to do it would benefit in some way. And so I decided to set up a place, but Wisdom River Lodge is not so much a place as it is a state of mind. And it's a state of mind of peace and nurturing and comfort. And, you know, I'd like to really extend an invitation for people to come join me on this journey. It's, I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it is when you're in it and in the flow of it. So Reiki is an ancient healing form that's attributed to a man named Usui, and he did some amazing things with it, and the healing benefit of it can be immediate. More recently in this country, a woman named Takata was the Grand Master, and she was from Hawaii. The woman needed something like 7 or 8 operations, and she went over to a Reiki clinic in Japan, and asked to receive Reiki and didn't need any of the operations when they were done. And because she couldn't pay, she became a student and worked there to pay off her debt for receiving the Reiki and the benefit of the health. And Takata was an amazing woman. They tell stories of her being called to the pineapple fields where a guy was cutting the pineapple with a machete and cut through his leg, and she applied Reiki to it, and the man's leg, when she was done, didn't appear that it had been injured at all. And the power of unconditional love is amazing. It can affect us right down to the cellular level. That's where everything happens. So if you can get with somebody who does it, I strongly encourage you. It's a wonderful experience. It's one that you probably will never forget. The good thing about these things, though, these are all things that you can learn to do for yourself. You don't have to depend on anybody else to do them. You can do them. And because we empower you to do them, you're able to reclaim your own power. And how many people walk around and in your day-to-day relationships, you feel like somebody's trying to take advantage of you or somebody else is zapping all of your energy? That has to do with your personal power. And by learning these things, you get to keep your personal power. You get to manage your power in a way that most of us are never taught how to manage our power. And the people who do are pretty lucky that they can. So anyway, I still can't believe psychic on the air and people aren't calling. No, I won't do lottery numbers for you. No, it doesn't work that way. That's an interesting point, though. Psychic energy doesn't work that way. If psychics could get the lottery numbers, we'd all be rich and we wouldn't be doing this, right? But it doesn't work that way. All of this energy works for the higher good, Reiki does no harm, so it works for the higher good, and microphone cords. So all of this energy works for the higher good. Some people might say, oh yeah, black magic stuff. No. Everything works for the higher good. All of this is about goodness. And if you're into that, well, I guess I'm the wrong person for you, because I am nothing but white light, goodness, and very good energy. We have another call. Hi, welcome to Wisdom River Lodge.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I just stumbled across the TV, and I can't believe you're on.
You can't.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Who is this?
Good. That's good. I was just wondering if you could tell me, I feel like I'm in limbo.
Okay.
My job, my life, I don't feel like I know where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
So I was wondering if you could tell me where I should be going, in which direction. I just recently got a degree in psychology.
Uh-huh.
And I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should go back to my other job where I was for 14 years in the school system, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What does your heart say to do?
I don't know. It's kind of torn.
Uh-huh. If money and time were absolutely no object, what would you be doing?
If money and time, probably counseling.
Uh-huh.
That's probably what it would be. But then, my heart has been with kids.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really not sure. I'm just kind of like in limbo right now.
Uh-huh. What do you do to be creative?
Really, I haven't been doing anything.
There's your problem. There's a problem.
So I need to get the creative aspect going again.
Absolutely. Get yourself out in nature. And I see you working with children, but I see you, let's face it, today's economy calls for different things, for people to be doing different things, and I see you working with children in a very different but very creative way.
How so?
Wow. Well, you probably are aware of play therapy?
Yes.
Are you interested in attention deficit and Asperger's?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. You've got ideas about that you need to get out in nature so that they can come through and you can take those. You're going to develop some therapies that are going to be wonderful for kids.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Get yourself outside though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, get out in nature, get out in the woods.
Yep.
Right.
All right. And I'm going to let you go with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, your homework. Go to the mall. Sit down, get yourself comfortable, start watching people, and beam to them this thought. I wish you only light. Now, don't look them directly in the eyes. But as people are going by, pick somebody and beam to them, I wish you only light. See how many people that you beam to turn around and look at you. You've made a psychic connection. It's a blast. Go to the mall and try it. You can do it anywhere. Okay? Doing that on a regular basis will help you develop. I hope that you'll visit my website. I hope that you'll give me a call. I'm in the area and I would love to sit and visit with people. So I hope that you got something from this, and I hope that you go forward and live joyously with love and gratitude, and we'll leave the light on in the lodge for you.